What is good, everybody? It's Monday. Don't go anywhere. I got a new episode coming right up for you. Be right back.
Rob's Arcade, where the games get played and the games get saved so they can be played on another day. Rob's Arcade.
All right, what is good, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope you all are doing well. Getting in this last minute little bit of Monday here, hitting you with a little Monday motivation as we bring this day to a close. A little something you can pack up and take with you for the rest of the week. Getting tired, I'm gonna give a little honk to my buddy there. And yeah, something, you guys can kind of pack up, take with you for the rest of the week, and just pop open this YouTube app, go back to this video and hit play anytime you're looking for a little motivation, a little inspiration. Make sure you go ahead and share this with some friends, spread the motivation around a little bit. Hopefully you guys have had a great Monday so far and have had a chance to get all your emails and everything caught up for the day. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend. I myself had an excellent weekend. Got a few workouts in, got a little laundry done, and got caught up on some TV that I've been neglecting here lately. Coming at you, like I said, with this Monday motivation, something I like to do here. Something I started doing back before I moved back to Richmond, back when I first stopped drinking, really. I did Monday motivations, I feel like from time to time, maybe even before all of that. But I feel like once I moved back to Richmond, it was trying to make like some life changes that I started revisiting these Monday morning motivational walks and speeches, just trying to clear my head and to get my thoughts together, get my life back in order, and try to figure out like what am I doing with myself? What am I doing with my life? Just wasn't living up to my full potential. In fact, I was just having this conversation Friday night, talking with another friend of mine who is also giving up alcohol, and we were just talking about just our different experiences in general with drinking and both giving it up. But yeah, I was just having this conversation the other night, like I said, with a friend of mine, talking about how I feel like whenever, I would go out, like, drinking and having a good time and stuff, like, I never felt like it was like holding me back. Like some people, they would, you go out, you get drunk, you're hungover, you're calling up from work. I mean, I can't count how many friends I know, like, lost jobs and different things because they just couldn't get out of bed and go to work the next day after being out all night drinking. And I never had anything really like that. I mean, I would have hangovers from time to time, but I always felt like even when I was like drinking and partying and having a good time, I was pretty much running at like 98% like all the time, like just never felt like I wasn't running on all cylinders when I was drinking. And then I just had this like thought. I was like, well, if this is how you feel, when you're drinking, imagine how good you feel if you just like give it up. And that's kind of like what did it for me, was like, you've been drinking so long, doing this for so long. It hasn't really gotten you anywhere. It hasn't helped you with anything. So one, why don't you try something different? Try something else other than just sitting in your room, drinking all the time, hiding away from your friends and your family. That was like my go-to. My ex would want me to go to her families with her, or friends would want me to hang out, and I was just like, no, I just want to sit around the house. I just want to sit in front of my television screen and watch movies, or sit in front of my tablet and watch movies, or play PlayStation, just get drunk and sit in my room and sit in front of a screen all the time, and just wasn't doing anything. So I was like, let me try something different. But then it was also that thought of like, what could you do if you actually like applied yourself? If you I was never overweight. I was never out of shape when I was drinking. But it was one of those things like, well, if you're in shape drinking all the time, what kind of shape would you be in if you gave up the drinking and decided to work out, even just a couple of times a week? And I think that's something like, everybody could take a second and just kind of ask themselves, like, what could my life be if I decided to give up one thing and maybe decide to do something better, replace that one bad thing with something positive? And I guarantee you it's worth it. It works. I'm walking, talking, living proof. I had the idea to give up drinking the minute my ex kicked me out. I've said many times in other videos, I had a couple of weak moments and a couple of stumbles here and there. But I can say that, I'm coming up on 2 years, not touching it. And that's I think I had like one shot maybe 2 years ago, and I just didn't even find it appealing anymore. It's just like, I just don't like this. It's not for me. And I've just found so many other things to do with my time, even if it's just sitting in my room now and reading a book or reading comic books or something. At least I'm remembering what I'm doing, and I'm there are movies and there are games and there are things that I do, and I go back and I watch it and I play it, and I'm I know I've played this before, I know I've seen this before, but I just don't have a clear recollection of it. And that's because the alcohol will fog and blur your memory. And I've just found that since I've given it up and replaced it with more positive activities and things, my life has gotten better. My job has gotten better. I'm actually I feel like I'm giving back to the world, and I'm giving back to the community, and I'm helping people, and I'm actually doing something that's fulfilling. And not to say that you can't enjoy an alcoholic beverage and still give back and still be a contributing part of society. But if there's something holding you back, whether it's drugs or alcohol or junk food or something, give yourself a fighting chance. Just give it up even for a week. That was kind of how I took, my alcoholism. I was I don't have to give it up forever, but let me just give it up for a few months. Let me get my life back together. Let me get some order back in my life. And I found that once I stepped away from it, I liked myself better. I think you'll find that, if you give up the crack, if you give up the meth, if you give up the alcohol, the junk food, whatever it is that's keeping you from enjoying your life and living a full life, once you give it up, you'll realize that you're not missing anything. I think a lot of people feel like they have to drink in order to have a good time at a football game, or they have to drink because, their friends are coming over, so let's make some cocktails. And what I was if you have to have alcohol in order to enjoy your time with your friends and your family, get new friends, get new family. You shouldn't have to be intoxicated in order to enjoy your life. That's just not how, you should live your life. You shouldn't have to, sell your life away to buy meth in order to be happy, or, you shouldn't gorge yourself on junk food every night. Is it a way to, fill some hole that you think is, is there, just missing in your life or whatever? I'm here to tell you that it's possible. Trust yourself, believe in yourself, and just make that first step. There's always time in the day to make a difference. I've worked all day. I just got off of work. about an hour ago, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get this workout in. You know, I've still got time, and I'm glad I did. You know, it's never too late. That's something my father instilled on me a long time ago, and it, you know, it took me a long time to realize it, but you know, he proved to me through his actions and his life that it's never too late to kind of turn it around. He dealt with alcohol and drugs his whole life, and you know, was finally able to get some control back over, you know, his existence. And you know, I was able to do the same. I can wholeheartedly say that it's something I never want to revisit. I never want to, you know, have that be a part of my life again. It wasn't always easy. You know, it's a hard struggle, and it just takes time, but you just got to have faith in yourself. And, you know, take this video as a sign that today's the day. Now is the time, you know. As soon as this video is over, go ahead and make that decision to like, share, subscribe, comment down below, but to make that decision to live a better life and to get more out of life, you know. We're all given this precious commodity known as life. We only get so many days on this earth. You know, we only get to interact with so many people. Let's make those interactions and those days positive ones, people. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you like this video. I just enjoy hanging out and talking to you guys, just spreading, you know, little words of wisdom and inspiration for you guys. Please take care of yourself, take care of each other. Love you guys, and remember, until next time, don't spend that quarter anywhere else. Until next Monday, stay motivated. Later.